Hey kitchen family, come along, we are going to be making a Mother's Day tres leches. It's my mom's favorite and it is just so moist. Let's dive right into it. Start off by separating your egg yolks from the egg whites. We are using 7 eggs. You can separate them how you like, but my favorite method is with a spoon, but you can go ahead and do them the way you like it. Keep in mind these need to be room temperature, but you can get that done real quick by simply letting them sit in room temperature water for 5 minutes. That hack is a lifesaver. Next, we're going to take our 7 egg yolks and beat them with 1 cup granulated sugar and 2 teaspoons vanilla extract. You can do this with a whisk, but an electric mixer is always faster. Notice how the mixture is dark yellow at first, and then it suddenly transforms into this pale, fluffy texture. This is what you're looking for, and it should only take a minute or two. To this, we're going to be adding a half a cup of room temperature milk, which I just popped into the microwave for like 15 seconds. Next, combine your dry ingredients, which is 1.5 cups all-purpose flour, 2 1/4 teaspoons baking powder, and a half teaspoon salt. Now y'all, especially with all-purpose flour and baking powder, I insist on sifting, but I completely forgot about this step. Plus, I just bought my baking powder, so there was no clumps, but if you do skip this step, just be sure to whisk it really well. Now that that's combined, we're gonna add our egg yolk mixture into our dry ingredients, and I'm just doing it this way around because this is a bigger bowl. It should look just like this when combined. We're almost done with our cake batter, there's just one final step. We're gonna beat those egg whites we saved from earlier until frothy like so, and slowly add in a half cup sugar. Of course you can use a hand mixer for this step if you like, but I'm using my heavy duty mixer to save time and energy. Now that this is whipped into soft peaks, add in 1/3 of those whites into your batter and carefully fold that until combined. Once that's smoothed out, we're going to add in the next 1/3 of our whites and fold that until combined. Repeat this step until finally all your whites are carefully folded into the batter. You don't want to be rough with it or overmix it because we want a super soft, fluffy cake. I can't lie, I should have chose a bigger bowl, but we'll make this work. If your batter looks beautiful and glossy like this, you know you did it right. We're gonna lightly grease our pan with butter spray and then transport this into a 350 Fahrenheit degree oven for about 20 minutes or until beautiful and golden brown like this, and a toothpick should come out clean. While the cake cools, we're going to make our soak, which is 3 milks, henceforth whites, names tres leches. This simply requires a half cup milk, 1 14-ounce can condensed milk, and 1.5 12-ounce cans or 18 ounces of evaporated milk. Mix that until the condensed milk is no longer settled to the bottom and set aside. Now that our cake is cool, we're going to poke some holes into the cake so it can absorb the soak really well. I don't like using a fork because I find it tears into the cake too much, so usually I use a toothpick, but I didn't have any on hand, so this skewer worked quite well. In fact, I think this became my favorite method. Now that we're all stuck up, pour that mixture into the cake. This part is so satisfying watching the cake drink up all that milk, it almost makes me thirsty. I do suggest you let the cake sit overnight in the fridge for moist results, but if you can't wait that long, at least let it sit in the fridge for 30 minutes to an hour covered with plastic wrap. Now, you can top this with anything you like. One time I did raspberry sauce and whipped cream, and another time I did guava sauce and a coconut whipped cream that was so good, which was my personal favorite. My mom's favorite is just the coconut whipped cream, which is honestly so good, so that's what I'm doing here. You really don't have to top it with anything. In my opinion, it's as good as is, but I wanted this one to be extra special. And voila! Comment below your favorite Mother's Day traditional treat and follow for more.